What a perfect idea, Scott. What a perfect idea.
Hey, when you called me and said, let's do this, how could I say no? I'll miss a day of work for this. At least they won't know until now.
Where's Scott? There's cars to be fixed.
Called in sick today?
Yeah, somebody called in well.
I called in well. That was the problem.
it.
I called in well today. Oh man, it is beautiful.
Hey everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth, along with Scott Huntsman, our two next pros, joined us today. The girls said with social distancing and all these things kind of relaxing a little bit, things opening up, they were going to see what kind of downtown trouble they could get into. But to me,
hey, I'm down on this kind of trouble. I have no problem with this.
Exactly. So we decided to go out and get the bikes out. First time of the season for me. In fact, I just got mine out yesterday. And
well, that's awesome. Tanya and I have been out one time so far, so I've already, aired up the tires one time.
Yeah, good point, because mine had been in since I put mine away in October. Hadn't been out since, and I had like about 12 pounds of pressure in the front tires.
That's about it. A little bit mushy, kind of mushy steering. So yes, everybody, do your safety check on your bike before you get on for the season. That's a good idea.
Stopped over at the shop, had the guys check the air for me.
There you go.
Anyway, we ought to talk about that, Scott. What sort of things should somebody do on a checklist before they start riding for the season?
The things that I say is all the things we used to do in a safety inspection that we're not required to do anymore, but we should. Number one, of course, tires, tire pressure, tire condition, tread on the tires, proper inflation. Always check the forks. Make sure the forks haven't lost any oil, that they're nice and tight.
I think that's actually really important, if you've got air shocks in particular.
Yes,
this bike's got air suspension on it. Get in and pump it up because it'll go down over the winter. What do you recommend on oil? Do you think, some people say change it in the fall and put it away and then change it in the spring before you start running?
Well, I'll give you my opinion on it. I think it's still a mileage-based thing. With a bike, I do it about every 2,500 miles, which for us is about once a year. So we just like to do it once a year in oil and filter and put it away. I just do it in the springtime. That's what I do. But a little stabilizer when we put it away.
Oh yeah,
in the gasoline, because that's the last thing we want is a gummed up fuel system. So make sure you ride it around for a little while just to get that fuel stabilizer mixed in with the fuel and down in deep into the fuel system, whether it be carbureted or fuel injected, either way.
Well, what I like to do is make my last trip and do a road trip down to Beaver and pick up some of that 91 octane ethanol free and then put fuel stabilizer in it.
There
and I got
you
a
go.
double whammy protection.
Yes, double whammy protection is correct. Yep. Having an ethanol free fuel goes a long way, especially in a machine like this.
Yep.
Both of them.
Well, right now we're going to get on down the road ourselves, but right now it's time for you to go to our Where To adventure.
Tucked in the Ophir Mountains sits a town rich in history and ripe for exploration. Ophir, an old mining town in Tooele County, has access to some incredible recreation opportunities, but it also boasts a unique peek into the town's past.
We are in Ophir and we are in the old shoe repair place. We have a post office, and all of the houses were brought down from different spots in Ophir and brought here to make as a museum. And the post office was actually a working post office until the late 70s.
We are now in the school. They have lots of pictures and they have some dolls and lots of chalk and chalkboards and desks. This stuff is so old, you feel like everything's so new where you live and it's so old here.
I feel like since Utah has such a history of mining, it's important to keep that history alive, to educate everyone.
I think it's just it's fun to look at all the old mining stuff that they used to use.
I think it's cool how innovative that they were.
Yeah.
The museum is a great way to discover what life was like in this beautiful town. And after you're done exploring the old town, you can take a trip on one of the several great trails nearby.
I've been coming up to Ophir for a few years now. There's a lot of uphill trails. Some of them are pretty rocky. Most of them, they aren't too bad. It's just a little more intimidating than they actually are.
This fun destination is guaranteed to be a hit and truly has something for everyone.
I like spending time with my family and going on like walks up in the mountains and just seeing all like the cool old stuff that's up here.
Yeah, I like coming here because it's different than anywhere else. It's beautiful and it has a lot of history.
There's always new treasures to find, and there's also lots of things that you can look forward for doing, like hikes, and you can go up in the side-by-sides and go on little drives, and that's really fun. Very exciting.
To get centered, decompress a little bit, just hang out with friends. I think it's relatively unknown, so yeah, it's usually not very busy, so you can go pretty much anywhere without having to worry about running into people. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I think it's important just to like get out and explore and find new things.
Definitely, I feel the same.
You should go to Ophir because there is lots of cool and old stuff, and it makes us feel warm inside because there's like no air conditioning and anything.
So the next time you're looking for a quick getaway, head to Ophir and discover everything it has to offer. For At Your Leisure, I'm Nick Chase.
Hey honey, have you seen this tire? Do you think we'll make it?
Not on that thing.
Don't let bad tires ruin your trip. With service stations at every location along I-15, we can get you back on the road with fast, friendly, professional service. Eagles Landing has everything you need along the way. Even the things you didn't know you'd need. Get ready for the road at Eagles Landing.
I promised my son that if he got straight A's, the two of us would take a guys trip. We were riding on the Lincoln Loop Trail outside Minersville, Utah. There was so much to explore, and the trail just kept climbing higher, right to the very top of a mountain called Jack's Peak. We just stood for a while, taking in the whole world below. On the way back to camp, my son turned to me and said, "I love you, Dad." Then suddenly it hit me. This wasn't just another camping trip.
Outdoors is the healthiest place to be during our current health situation, but only when we practice responsible recreation while getting away. When exploring Utah, do the following. Limit gatherings to 10 people or less and keep at least 6 feet apart. Sanitize hard surfaces before and after you touch them. Send a single person into shopping locations, and when making purchases, use credit cards rather than cash. Most important, if you don't feel normal, don't go. Stay safe and have fun out there.
This week's What's New segment is brought to you by Tunex. Your off-road vehicle may be your daily driver as well. We take care of it, so it takes care of you.
Hi everybody, welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Sam the Gadget Girl, and today I'm here at State Trailer Supply with Travis, their manager. How's it going?
It's going good.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Travis here has pulled out 2 of their newest and hottest generators, and we're gonna kind of compare and contrast them. So I guess let's start with, tell me a little bit about these generators.
All right, let's start over here with our Firman. It's a 3,300 watt generator. Some of the cool features that we have with this one is it is a dual fuel.
Oh, wow. So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, with that, you got the opportunity to use propane that you already have on your rig, and then you can also use gasoline. So Comes in handy. If you run out of gas, you can run it on propane, and they haven't had that out for a long time. It's kind of a new thing out there in the market. Great for your camping needs.
I could definitely see that coming in handy in a pinch, for sure. So this one, this is Onan's, I believe, first portable generator, correct?
It is.
Okay. Will you tell me a little bit about it?
It's a 4,500 watt generator, very quiet. One of the nice key features that I really like with it is you have a remote start, so you can lay in bed and fire up your generator and get it running. You don't have to go out, pull the cord and start it up.
That is
great
incredible.
Feature for the women out there and for the lazy men that don't want to get out and start it up.
I definitely wouldn't get out of bed ever. I just sit here and doot.
Both of the generators, as you compare the two, are really quiet. Your friends next to you, they're not going to be upset that your generator's running, and it won't be too loud.
So, do you have a personal favorite between these two?
You know, price-wise, the Firman is a little less expensive. I think quality and what you're getting in the name, the Onan is the one that I would prefer to buy.
Yeah, I think personally I would have to go with this just because the dual fuel. I think that I would end up using that a lot. So I think I'd go with that one.
That's a definite good way to look at it. More needs in this one with the dual fuel versus the Onan.
Well, thank you so much for having me today, Travis.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, if you guys want to check out these incredible generators or any of the other awesome inventory they have here at State Trailer Supply, we are on 3600 South and Redwood Road, and we will be right back with more at your leisure.
From sunrise to sunset, the new Honda Talon 1000s offer performance and fun for up to 4 passengers. Make that sunrise to sunrise. This is the side-by-side your family has been waiting for. More proof than ever that life is better side by side.
Life's busy. The family is all headed in different directions. Work, school, sports. How do you pull everyone together? Stedman's Recreation can help you explore the outdoors and create memories to last a lifetime. Stedman's Recreation has Utah's largest selection of recreational vehicles. Side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, street bikes, electric bikes, trailers, and accessories. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta. Plus, Stedman's has a full service department of Honda power equipment.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Discover new horizons in Millard County. Stand at the edge of the earth on Notch Peak, the second highest sheer cliff in North America. Explore the vast expanses of the Pavant Mountains with an off-road adventure on the Paiute Trail. Take a step back in history with a visit to the Territorial State House in Fillmore. Or try your hand at archaeology, digging for prehistoric fossils. Millard County, the heart of your Great Basin adventures.
You know, that is a beautiful sight. Traveling, cars on the highway, cows grazing in the background.
And motorcycles on the byway. I remember when this used to be the old highway before the freeway was built.
Oh man, well hey, you remember farther back than me then.
Yeah, welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're, Scott and I are taking a little bit of a trip, kind of a day trip, just to wander around. What are some of your favorite rides, Scott?
You know, we're on one of them right now. I mean, I really enjoy this. Running up through the canyon, up Parley's, looking over Park City. We've already went up Immigration. That's one of my favorites. You know, another one of my favorites, of course, I have to go to my alma mater favorite place is down in Moab and riding the national parks and Highway 128 and 131 up into Canyonlands. I really enjoy those. How about you?
Yeah, well, you know, we did that with the, we did 128 in those cars.
In the Vanderhalls.
Yeah, that
kind of gave you the motorcycle feel.
I think I'm kind of partial to Highway 12 and the annual ride we do with Stedman's.
Yes, and you know, we had a great time doing that. Well, it'll be 2 years this year, so I guess we better do it again this year.
Have you ever ridden the path from Silverton, from Ouray over to Silverton down to Durango on bike?
I have not.
We got to do that.
Okay.
That is a great bike ride. And
I'm going to believe you on that one.
Just a lot of fun.
That's cool. That one sounds great. You know, anywhere in this great state of Utah, and here we are in the spring. It's beautiful. This is going to be our first, should be 80-degree day, I believe. And I'm just soaking it all in. I'm just so happy right now. Being on the bike just makes me feel good.
Well, there's going to be a long summer in front of it, and it's a great way to social distance.
We're being pretty good about that. We're not too bad.
Yeah, we are. Anyway, right now it's time for us to move on to the next item on our agenda. We're going to be taking a look at our Along the Way.
How's it going? My name's Andrew Muse. I'm a full-time professional athlete and content creator. I started a series called Tiny Home Adventure. Season 1 we spent traveling most of kind of Western North America. We did anything from, you know, paragliding to crazy rope swings, climbing, kiteboarding, all different kinds of wild adventures. Season 2 took Kicker and I to Alaska. Kicker is my dog. He's a 4-year-old golden retriever. He's just this adventure pup who's been thrown into this crazy lifestyle and seems to really thrive in it. Now we're ramping up for Season 3 of the Tiny Home Adventure in this thing.
My name's Ashley Lamar. I met Andrew when I first moved out here to Utah a couple years ago, and pretty much immediately he threw me into his crazy lifestyle. I came from a small town in Michigan. I'd never really done all rock climbing, crazy skiing in the mountains, anything like that, so it's really been an unexpected adventure for me.
So I met Ashley about 2 years ago, kind of in between these seasons, and she went to work one day and she got back and was like, hey, I bought this truck. It was just the base of this vehicle, this project, which I thought was going to take 2 months of, you know, 16-hour days, 7 days a week. It ended up being 20 months of some of the most intense hard work I've ever done.
After all that hard work, it's kind of scary taking it on the road just because I'm afraid of every bump and everything. I'm afraid it's going to break, but no, it's awesome. I'm so proud of it, and it's so much of a home to me just having been involved in every aspect of the build.
I'll give you a tour of the MUSEROAMER as it is. We start off with a 2004 Ford F550 four-wheel drive truck that we just found here in Utah. We converted it from a dually to a single, so it was initially, it's just a work truck, and we lifted it, we put these big 41-inch tires on it, new bumper, new suspension, we had to cut out these radiuses. Eventually we wrapped it so that you can see all this, but yeah, custom bumper, lights, all that good stuff. And then we built this entire box from the frame up. So when we got the truck, it had a tool bed on it, and we pulled the bed off of it, built this entire structure in my friend's garage. Everything was completely custom. Borshear here in Utah helped us make these underbelly boxes. This one will be an exterior grill setup, so propane grill. This will open up, and then we'll slide a little grill out. We're really proud of the interior, so let's go check it out. This is our home. This is where we live. It's kind of got everything you need. We have a full-size refrigerator, shower, a wet bath, lots of storage everywhere. We have a full queen-size bed up here. This is my desk space. This is where I primarily work from. We also cut a pass-through, so we have access from the camper here to the driving compartment, the cab of the truck here. We have a nice propane 3-burner stove and oven for hot pockets and pizza rolls and brownies and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is our home. This is our living space. We love how it turned out. It ended up being like very functional. Living this efficiently isn't super easy. You have to get rid of a lot of stuff, but everything kind of has its place in its home, and it's really, really nice. All right, thanks for taking the tour with us. We hope to see you guys later on down the road. Woohoo! What do you think? What do you think? Huh? Oh, you get out of there.
Spring is the time to race with the sun and reach for the stars. Be unstoppable with instant traction from the industry's fastest engaging all-wheel drive and the off-road's most advanced intelligent suspension. It automatically adjusts to soak up the bumps, flatten the corners, and cushion the landings. Polaris. Think outside.
And we will see you next week on The County Seat.
Hey, whenever we're riding along here, we just got to stop, smell the roses, and see the sights.
That's true. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. Scott and I are out just kind of getting out of the city and kind of getting away from all the pressure and craziness, and took a bike ride today. We're out here at Jordanelle right now. You know, the part of the problem when you travel is that you don't ever actually really take enough time to stop and read the historical markers.
Exactly.
And so like this little thing here will tell the story of the city of Keatley that lies down at the bottom of the lake, and the town of Mayflower, and all these mining communities that Jordanelle swallowed up when it got built.
And you know, I've been on this lake like 1,000 times, and I had no idea, so I'm ready to check it out. I haven't read all that.
Well, for markers along the way, you'll find them on every trip. We're going to go read this one. I'm going to teach Scott a thing or two about Keatley. And while we do that, you find out about this week's sticker winner. Come on, Scott.
This week's contest winner is license plate number 4780U. Congratulations, it looks like you're the lucky winner of a pair of Minky travel blankets from Blankets by Brian.
Man, these unique travel blankets feature a built-in storage bag that easily converts your soft, comfy travel blanket into a pillow. Be sure to check out blanketsbybrian.com for more information and see how they are embroidered with an AYL logo they'll qualify for a great prize as our weekly sticker winner.
And it looks like they're also going to win a bonus $100 gas and gift card from the folks at Eagles Landing, which is the best place to get that real gasoline, Clear 91.
Be sure to call us Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prizes. Now, let's take a look at our Trail of the Week.
This week's Trail of the Week is the Dowd Mountain Trails, which are located in Gadget County, approximately 49 miles north of Vernal, Utah, 183 miles east of Salt Lake City.
To find out more information, virtual maps, and of course, the 360 street views of this trail system or any of the trails that have been completed on the Trail 360 project, visit theoutsiders.zone.
There you can get all the details and take a virtual ride for each of the available trails, as well as sign up to be notified when new trails are posted. Now let's take a look at next week's show.
All right, next week, Kevin and Gina are hitting the trails in central Utah as they set out to cross the Sandpitch Mountains.
Then we're headed out to the Grand Staircase to show off some trails that have recently been opened up to OHV recreation. So let's be sure not to miss this.
Finally, Reese Stein is showing off a Yellowstone-like area as he visits one small country that has huge, beautiful features and exotic hotspots.
Hey Chad, next week's show looks great.
Yeah, well, you know, we do our best.
And hey, this ride's been great today too.
Yeah, you know, one last thing I wanted to show Scott, because I remember driving through here. The old highway used to run through the bottom of Jordanelle, and I started driving all over the state when I was 16, and this was the old highway. There used to be a hermit that lived up here. That's what they called him, was the hermit outside of Heber.
Wow.
He lived in a little cabin. He would scare people off with a shotgun, but he always kept an American flag painted up on that rock outcropping.
Well, then he was patriotic.
He was a patriotic hermit, yes, that's right. But we always used to look for that from the time I was a kid. I mean, even in the late 50s, there was a flag on that rock, and it's still there today.
And it's still there. Wow, I dig it.
So you see what great things you learn from At Your Leisure? Take the little side roads, take the little dead ends, take the road less traveled, and get out and really explore Utah and the West this summer.
Exactly. And, you know, I mean, it's just a matter of just getting out, getting on two wheels. I'm normally on four.
Yep.
Two wheels is great for me today, so get out and create your own two-wheel motorcycle adventure.
And how do we do that?
We do it at your leisure.
Let's mount up. We still got a few things I got to show you.
Let's do it. Far out.